Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Richard Ransom. First at 10, MLGW is slowly making progress, but tonight, tens of thousands of customers are still without lights or air conditioning from last night's storms. Tonight, more than 72,000 customers still without power. That's down from a peak of 122,000 customers right after the storms hit. You can see from the power outage map here that most of the outages, that's in the red and orange, are concentrated north of the Memphis metro area, including Millington, Raleigh, Northeast Memphis, Cordova, Bartlett, and Lakeland. MLGW says tonight it could be several more days before everyone's power is back on. In the meantime, hundreds of intersections still don't have working stoplights. Thousands of businesses lost money today because they couldn't open, and tens of thousands of families are now a full day without power or AC. Our Zaria Oates spoke with a family at the heart of the outages about how the inconvenience is much more than just being without power. Right, Zaria?
Richard, that's right. A family is now left with nowhere to turn but to MLGW, just hoping for the power to come back on, saying the food in their freezer is nearly gone, following close behind everything in their refrigerator as they try to keep themselves fed. Rianda McLaughlin working hard to keep her family afloat as parts of Memphis remain in the dark.
We've lost everything in our fridge because our power's been out since about 6:30 last night.
Rianda asking to meet outside because the 90-degree heat in the backyard is cooler than inside her home after more than 24 hours without power.
Like horrible inside. I cannot it's not even cold out inside. It's actually a little bit better outside.
Puzzling her and her kids as to why MLGW can't seem to get the power back on quickly.
I've lived in a lot of states. I've lived in other countries ever since I was an adult. I have been with a tornado going over me in Michigan and not have lost power for more than a couple of hours.
Not only did this storm impact MLGW's ability to provide power, but even on a regular basis, this family is dealing with MLGW shortfalls.
Our power will go off for a couple hours, come back on. It'll flicker all the time, and it's just become to the point where you can't really plan on doing anything.
One of her sons has to go to Summer Learning Academy, and that's been their only relief today, giving him air conditioning and a meal. But Rianda says MLGW needs to fix the inconsistency because it's a slippery slope when parents are dealing with power, food, and financial struggles.
If you have somebody that has to choose between gas and feeding their kids and all of a sudden all their food's gone, they ain't going to work. They can't afford to. I mean, something's got to give, and it may seem like electricity should be insubstantial in the cause of everything, but it all plays into itself.
While power outages aren't new to Memphis, they're always a strain on the people who live here. If you don't have power, some churches have held their doors open across the city for community members to cool down and charge up.